Hi again, everyone. This is Sage Blue. Sorry I've been away for a few weeks. Just had some personal issues to take care of, and I'm back for some more racing action and other videos. Thought I would try the Azure Circuit this time around, or the Monaco Grand Prix as you may know it in Formula One. And due to the busy nature of this circuit, thinking to not do live commentary this time around so I can actually give you some reasonable racing. It's like you can race obviously to do with while doing live commentary. It does make life a lot more difficult though, so decided to do without it this time around, but live commentary will be back next time. Now this circuit, as you can see, it's seriously busy, just one corner after another, unique corners, quite bumpy. And the first time you drive on it, in this case racing the Formula C cars around this circuit, and it's paramount to get a reasonable car setup. Now this car setup's quite good, it's fast, it's very drivable. It's not quite where I want it to be yet, it's getting there, and it's quite enjoyable to drive. That last left-hander there, if you go over that curb for instance with the car setup that I've got now, the car's quite unpredictable. It'll just bounce up in the air a little bit and chances are it'll spin. Other times you can correct it and catch the car and continue on your merry way. However, curbs over through other corners, the car rides well over it. Things I found with the car setup: soften the suspension or the spring settings a lot of negative camber as well. The slow bumps and rebounds and fast rebounds, etc., I've softened them quite a lot, especially on the front. Downforce, a lot more downforce as well. The steering ratio, I've set that to very fast, so the steering is responsive. I find that to suit my driving style a lot more. So if, for example, going through a fast chicane, right left-hander, later in the circuit, it's reasonably easy to get the car turning from right to left as quick as you can. It's if you guys like, I can make a video on car setup as well for this circuit. It's quite unique compared to the circuits that I've raced on previously in other videos. Feel free to take a look at those. I've got already a video on car setup for the Renault Clio, and so feel free to take a look at that as well on the Sage Blue channel. I haven't encountered a circuit yet in project cars where car setup is really, really important. So now I can run over curbs like you just saw in the first corner. I can keep up with the front two runners. It's also the starts with a better car setup. The starts tend to be easier to maintain your position going through the first corner. You don't get so much wheel spin. Now, okay, so just made a quick dive for second place, running a bit wide through Lowe's hairpin. Now I'll be trying to catch up with the leader, going a bit wide there as well. I think it's sometimes the car has heavy brakes, and using the gamepad here for this race, sometimes it's a challenging circuit for the gamepad. The gamepad, while it's slightly Mad Studios, the maker of project cars, are right, you can certainly play project cars with a gamepad. It is a fair bit tricky to do this with the gamepad. Car setup helps a lot. Running over curbs just then, still able to keep up with the leader quite easily now. The tyres are warmed up. It's not such a wild ride where you're wondering if you're just going to be able to complete the lap without a mistake. So getting out of corners well, the acceleration's quite good. also got more downforce than the others, hence they get away from along the straights and through the tunnel. However, I do get a good run out of corners, so it's a bit of a mixed bag. However, the car setup all round is okay, so keep in mind some of the tips that I've given if they help you on your way to winning on the Azure Circuit. Okay, so dive there for the lead. So it's interesting now being in the lead and trying to find your way, make your own pace. You don't have any benchmark in front of you to try and match and see where they brake and follow them. So if you know the circuit well, you shouldn't have any trouble with that. If you're new to this circuit, it's worth putting in the effort to just practice and learn the circuit and massively improve the car setup. Okay, so just running a bit wide there. It's a fascinating track, really rewarding when you get it right. The car setup again will help you a lot in getting the balance right, making the car more enjoyable to drive around here, and definitely looking at coming back to racing on this circuit. It's different, like I said, to any of the others. It's definitely taken a lot more practice than the other circuits. I think I've spent at least 3 sessions just trying to get this car setup going, because I'm still learning project cars a little bit as well. This being my first run in the Formula C category, and it's never a dull moment on this circuit. And the weather changes, the sunset, everything. The graphics, as you can see, are quite stunning. And again, with the project cars updates, the graphics are improving, even smoother frame rates as well. Another thing I noticed with the latest updates is the loading times, I believe, in the menu systems have improved. It's not absolutely lightning by any means, but it's, considering how much it's loading and everything, I suppose that's understandable, but I believe there's noticeable improvements in waiting times. So that's another welcome change from the developers. Okay, so riding over the bumps quite well now. The sun's setting more and more, so it's getting a bit trickier to see. Okay, running quite close to the walls there. You can see why drivers love this circuit. Okay, last corner coming up. Hope you enjoyed this race. There will be plenty more Project Cars videos to come. Let me know in the comments what you would like to see, different circuits, etc. I'm looking at coming up with a car setup video again for the Azure Circuit, and looking forward to making plenty more videos for you. Until next time.